Cronulla Sharks season preview 2025. Yes, the Sharkies have finally signed the alpha dog Addin Fonua-Blake, and Craig Fitzgibbon must be thinking, is it time for us to finally go to the next level and win the premiership? The Sharkies, get excited, Cronulla Sharks fans, in 2025, because it could be the year the Sharks are back in top. Yes, since the last time they won, when they beat the Melbourne Storm. Can the Sharkies get it done? And Andrew Eddinghausen will celebrate again. The Sharkies, but there's one question. Well, actually two questions, and I've been saying it for the last few teams here. Have they got the fullback and have they got the halfback to deliver for the rest of the team? That is the million-dollar question, because so far they have not been able to deliver in the biggest stakes of all. Does Nicho Hynes need to move the fullback for this to be a reality so they can win the comp? And they have the opportunity to do it, and they do it straight away. And Will Kennedy, mate, out the door, bye-bye, because I think that is what they need to do if they really want to win the premiership instead of being an also-ran. Let's have a look at other things here. What do I see? Do they have enough? For me, for the Sharks, is injury concern. I think depth-wise, their depth is not there. That's a concern. But now Craig Fitzgibbon has seemed to find a way to bring in other players to do their jobs. But that is going to be a question mark. Will Kennedy end up in the Super League? Sam Stonestreet, who was playing beautiful football, where does he fit into the squad? Does he get some game time? Cade Dites, he's another option at fullback. There's a lot of things. Will Braden Trindle go backwards? He went well because he was getting signed, right? But now that he's signed for a few years, will he go backwards? He needs to continue his upward trajectory. They really need him to continue to go up. And will Hazelton be around? Because the talks that he is going to the Knights, we will find out. They might be done by the time of recording. That might have happened. But anyway, we'll talk about it in this current text. Let's have a look at the Cronulla Sharks 2025 Best 17. For me, folks, Nicho Hynes needs to play fullback. And they just need to. He played outstanding for the Melbourne Storm with fullback. He kept Ryan Pappenhausen out of the team. Onto the bench when he was playing so well. Nicho Hynes, to me, needs to play fullback. I think he's a better fullback than 7. And I think that's where he would play, which will allow Braden Trindle and Atkinson in the half. So I've already said that now. That'll be my half pairing. The wingers name themselves Katoa and Mulitano, but they leave Sam Stonestreet out in the cold. Jesse Raymond and Kyle Ero, again, name themselves, with Talakai, obviously another player that can potentially play there if needed. Forward pack, Addin Fonua-Blake. And this is probably the weakness here. Who is the other alpha dog? I'm going for Tony Rudolph with Blake Brayley. I think Tony Rudolph needs a big season, no doubt about it. Brittany Okora and Teague Wilton. And this is where I have thought about it. And this is the opportunity to maybe get this player from being dropped, Will Kennedy. I think he can be that ball-playing through team that I think they need. And if they decide to go down there and rack, look out. I think that selection with Nicho Hynes at fullback, they win the premiership. The only query mark about that is injuries. If they get injuries, they're gone. That's my concern. With the benches, Cameron McGuinness, Talakai, Tom Hazelton, and I'm putting Cade Dykes in there to try and get him some more football. But after that, it's only like Sam Stonestreet, Oregon, Kafusi, Jesse, Billy Burns. There's not a lot of depth in the squad. That's your biggest concern for you Sharkies fans. If they keep all fit, then wow, they could be something special. Will I label them as the number 1 team? Depth-wise is probably going to make it hard for me to put them as number 1. But I really do think this team has a premiership chance. Again, if you add a Cleary into this team, I would say they just about win. That's how good this squad is on this best 17. But the next 10 is where my concern is for Sharkies fans, and that's where the question marks will come. But they do have enough cover in the fullback position. They got 3 fullbacks, and in the backline props, the forward pack is probably where you get a little bit more question marks. They've got enough around it, but yeah, that would be my weakness to try and find a weakness is having that rotation. Those backup rotation forwards. That's probably where the weaknesses are for the Sharkies. But they are definitely a team to be reckoned with, the Sharkies in 2025. So just recapping, Nicho Hynes needs to have a huge season. Will Kennedy, if he is fullback, could that be the question mark whether they stay top 4 and they come top 8? Brittany Okora, Tig Wilkin, we'll see how that plays out. They've been playing very good football and been very solid. They really need something. Are they going to put Cameron McGuinness at 13? Is he the right style of player they need to play their ball-playing 13? That's what I look for a lot of squads, that ball-playing 13. I think they've failed with that, and they really need to look at that as their selection going forward for a lot of these teams, and that's why I got them there. So the Cronulla Sharks, I'd get excited if I were you fans out there. I think they're a big chance of going close to the premiership. Injuries will obviously be the key though, but if they stay fit and healthy, they're definitely a top 14. Thanks for joining me here at Barry Charles Footy Show. Remember to like and subscribe, and I'll be back with the Roosters next.